Terraria is the most painful game I've ever played, and I love it. There is a boss that's so difficult I had to learn piano to beat it, but I've never beaten the final boss. That changes today, because Fridge Juice told me to, and 10,000 other people. I have started 20 Terraria playthroughs and finished none of them because it's so hard. But in this video, I promise to beat Terraria on its hardest difficulty. Terraria Calamity Infernum Wrath of the Gods, where the final boss is Supreme Witch Calamitas. All bosses in Terraria shoot a ton of bullets, and I can dodge them by jumping, running, dashing, and using my wings to fly for a short time. I've spent the last year killing the first 19 bosses in the game, and now I'm ready to face Calamitas. You might think this is early on in the video to skip to the final boss. Don't worry, there's still an hour left. This is my first attempt at Calamitas. She shot me with bullets, then a giant laser. I tried flying away. I'm already half health, but the weapon I'm using summons creatures to attack for me, so I don't have to aim, which got me to phase 2. She got 2 samurais to chop me down. They knew my one weakness, being decapitated. I lost against Calamitas, but this isn't the final boss. This is a clone of Calamitas. I can't fight the Supreme Witch until I beat the clone. I respawned and tried again. I tried dodging the laser. I failed. I tried dodging the decapitation. I failed. I tried insulting her. Supreme Witch? More like Supreme Bitch. I deserved that. I'm not strong enough to beat her, so it's time I do the other part of Terraria, exploring and getting stronger gear. But while I was digging in the jungle, I accidentally awakened a queen bee. On one hand, bees are essential to the ecosystem and killing it would make me eco-unfriendly. On the other hand, I like honey, so I'll kill 2 of them. Over time in a boss fight, you build up rage. Once it's full, I can activate it for double damage. Okay, from now on, I'll be more eco-friendly. Next, I drilled into the earth so I could summon Mother Nature and kill her. If I defeat Plantera, I'll get better armor to fight Calamitas. So right now, I'm whipping her in the face. The whip makes my minions deal more damage. I swear I'm a good guy. This fight is hard though. If I touch any green thing, I'll die. God damn it, I can't beat anything. I should really stop fighting bosses and focus on getting better items. Calamitas round 7! I managed to dodge the laser. I got this. In absolutely no way did I have this. I'm getting desperate. I have to use my ultimate strategy, music. First, I should say that the Calamity soundtrack is genuinely amazing, but when I really need to focus, I put on brain dead hardstyle, my mind goes blank, and I enter flow state. I dodge the brothers by moving up and down. They're gonna hit me, but my shield dash has a brief moment of invulnerability. If I dash through the enemy, I don't take damage. I used my rage, and I got to the 3rd and final phase. I flew in a circle, trying to dodge all her bullets. She's low health. It's going well. Wait, what's happening? That's a new attack. Okay, so is that. Oh. Okay, so there's a 4th phase. I see. I can't beat her unless I get a stronger weapon. And down in hell, there is a boss called the Brimstone Elemental. For some reason, she has the most fan art, and she drops a better summon weapon. I fought her and my current minions got to work, not knowing that if they win, I'm going to replace them. I wouldn't say this fight was easy, but it's easier than balancing 2 coins on each other in a hurricane without any arms. And Calamitas is harder than that, so I beat this first try. I just realized, all the bosses I've faced so far have been female. Now I'm eco-unfriendly and sexist. The new weapon summons Firebirds. With new confidence, I went back to fight Calamitas. I died in phase 1. Maybe I'm the problem. No, I just have to damage nature more. I went to kill Plantera, and like before, this fight was not easy. At every moment, I was 1 hit away from dying, as hundreds of bullets were flying. But this fight is not as hard as finding a piece of hay in a needle stack, and Calamitas is harder than that, so I could beat it. With Plantera dead, the Witch Doctor starts selling Tiki armor. It has less defense, but gives me more minion slots, so I deal more damage. I went back in. I died. Nobody is surprised at this point. I was so frustrated that I used my Cosmolite to change the time of day over and over. I am moving the position of the entire planet every half a second, but I'm not powerful enough to beat her. To clarify, I don't beat women, and I love nature. Add that to the Dragoon lore. I think the Witch Doctor deserves a house, so I made one in the jungle, and he's so happy he sells me leaf wings, so I now fly 5% faster. Maybe I can dodge better? It's working. I got to the start of phase 4. Here we go. Dodge the fire, fly faster. My wings rise. The shining leaves, they hypnotize. She's so low. I can do this. I could not. Oh, it turns out Calamitas inflicts brimstone flames, setting me on fire for 15 health every second. I only have 500 health, but there's an accessory that makes me immune to brimstone flames, dropped by red devils in hell. They aren't the devil, they're just regular monsters. Terraria sort of does have a devil though. The leader of the dark god gods is Cthulhu, and his most powerful weapon is called Noxus. And the lore is really complicated, so I won't get into it. I will. Eventually I got the accessory. I do have to get rid of one of my other accessories though. I got rid of the honey I stole from the queen bees. I'm basically vegan now. I am ready. I turned off my hardstyle, yes, it's been on repeat this whole time, and put back on Calamitas' real music. And at the second phase, I was on full health. And not because of the accessory. This bar is adrenaline, and it builds up when you don't get attacked by a boss, which means I've dodged every attack for the past 30 seconds. Once full, you activate it for bonus damage. I used it and got to phase 4 again. I am calm. I am focused. I am on 10 health, but I'm going to win. She has 400 health left. Yes! No. This was my voice at the time. I did everything again, and this time I didn't stop until she was on 1 health. I'm not done yet. Brace yourself for my strongest hex. Then she died. She's a liar, which is worse than what I am. I have killed Calamitas' clone. I killed her shadow clone. I have not killed the final boss, Supreme Witch Calamitas. In fact, there are 22 more bosses in between Clone Calamitas and the Supreme Witch. But there's one boss in particular that is the most difficult thing I've ever faced. Supreme Calamitas is not the boss I'm learning piano to beat. As I'm saying this, I've never even fought Calamitas, because I have never gotten past the Devourer of Gods, also known as Dog. Dog is the reason I've never finished this game. Halfway through this playthrough, I decided to run a marathon instead of fighting Dog because I thought it would be easier. And I was right. I need to kill Dog before I can face Calamitas. So to get up to Dog, I need to kill the 3 sentinels that guard him. To summon them, I need the Rune of Kos, which drops from Providence, and she is worshipped by lizard people. So first, I have to kill the lizard people. I went deep inside the jungle temple to fight the lizards. But it's really dark in here, so I lit it up with torches. Seems like a good idea, right? Wrong. Everything went completely dark, and the torches started attacking me back. If you place down 100 torches, you summon... Nah, it's an early game boss. They deal no damage to me now. The real boss here is a giant robot that the lizards made, called Golem. I thought I could beat this. It was going well. Then I saw his health bar. That is not fair. I died. If I'm going to beat an enemy with infinite health, I need the power of the entire Terraria community. And there is an item called the Community. It increases damage, health, life regen, damage reduction, defense, movement speed, cookie eating speed. This gives a huge buff. To craft the Community, I need 3 forbidden fragments, which only drop from sandstorm enemies, and sandstorms happen randomly. I can force a sandstorm to occur with the Sand Charm. The Sand Charm is made of light and dark shards. Dark desert enemies drop dark shards. Get a light shard, I need to change my desert into a hallowed desert. For that, I need blue solution, which I can buy from an NPC, but only if she's in the underground hallow biome. So I got potions that teleport you to a random location. I found it and built a house. She sold me the dye, and I went to cleanse the desert, turning the corruption into hallow. I farmed enemies until I got the light shard, finally crafting the Sand Charm. When I went back, there was a naturally occurring sandstorm, so that was all unnecessary. I killed the enemies and got the forbidden fragments. I still needed to go to the ice biome and farm ice cores, and then get eaten by a giant clam. But now I have the Community. I then put a community's amount of time and effort into getting these 2 items. The Asgardian Valor is an upgrade to my dash, and the Rod of Discord teleports me to my cursor with a 10-second cooldown. I am ready to fight Golem. I dodged the Undertale attack. I used the Rod of Discord. His health is coming back into the screen! Golem is actually known as one of the easiest bosses in Terraria. That's why it was so easy for me, and I barely struggled. I killed all the lizard people to make Providence angry, but Providence is currently resting inside the sun, which is pretty scary. Basically, she won't fight me until I prove I'm worthy of fighting. To do that, I'm going to kill a god. That would have had more impact if you didn't already know I'm fighting the Devourer of Gods later, but right now I want to fight the Moon Lord. He is a dark god that Cthulhu created. In fact, Cthulhu, Noxus, and the Moon Lord fought against the creator of the universe, Xerok, 14 billion years ago to steal his soul. But I won't get into the lore. I will. To beat the Moon Lord, I'll need a stronger weapon. I choose butterflies. I can repair my relationship with nature by using a weapon that summons butterflies. To make it, I need life alloy, which is made of 3 different ores. Perennial ore I can mine in the jungle. Cryonic ore I can mine in the ice. And scoria ore is only found deep within the acid ocean. They say very disturbing things live in the abyss, but I have flippers. I'm slowly drowning, and the deeper I go, the darker it gets. There, the lava dripping stone is scoria ore. I mined it. I found a colossal squid. I think I should leave that alone. I went deeper. There's just nothing. I kept falling. Wait, there's something here. Is that an item? I dug it up. You found the Eidolon worm. Why does it have 1,000,000 health? Why does it deal 400 damage each hit? I died. Though I got the item, Terminus. Doesn't seem to do anything. When I respawned, it was a blood moon, making enemies spawn faster. And I made my house hallowed, so now butterflies spawn in my garden. If I accidentally kill one, the Empress of Light spawns and tries to kill me for my wrongdoings against nature. I shouldn't have to explain why this is difficult. I said I would be good to nature, now I'm whipping the queen butterfly in self-defense. I did not win, but by morning I had 2 butterfly dusts so I can craft the resurrection butterfly. It summons pink and purple butterflies. The purple ones charge at the enemy, the pink shoot bullets. How do butterflies shoot bullets? Like this. I was about to challenge the Moon Lord, but there was a noise from the jungle. It's a boss. It looks like the queen bee with a giant jetpack. And it is. It's a queen bee that Draydon did experiments on to turn it into a mechanical beast. He might be worse to nature than me. I have to end this creature's misery. Wait, there's no escape from this attack. Unless... Rod of Discord. It's an amazing item. I sure hope there isn't a boss that disables the Rod of Discord. My butterflies are doing well. This is fine. This is not fine. I went back, and this time I listened to the music designed for this boss. My mind went in 7 different dimensions. I could see the past before it happened. The music is giving me a seizure, but my body is pressing the perfect keys to dodge. Each boss in Calamity has its own music, and they're all amazing. Mostly made by DOKURO. And I won't get into the music or the lore. I will. Now, to summon the Moon Lord, I have to kill his cult followers. Mainly this one, who places a force field to stop me leaving, shoots lightning, clones himself, and has homing missiles. I came back at night. I dodged the fire and the lasers. He was low. I went around. I can do this. Wait, I have to pause. I'm getting a call. Yes, 7 quadrillion cookies. What do you mean there aren't that many? Okay, I'm back. Oh, can I dodge that? Easy. I barely even struggle. He is so low. I'm on the force field. He's on 1 health. I win. Wait, what? But he's dead. It turns out a lot of bosses have a desperation phase. Once they reach 1 health, they do their most powerful attacks, and I just have to dodge until it's over. I fought him again, got him to 1 HP, and didn't celebrate too early. I actually win now. Butterflies, I couldn't have done it without you, but I'm replacing you with a space dragon. He's just cooler. I'm about to face the Moon Lord. The entire screen went black. This, in regular Terraria, is the final boss fight, but I'm playing Calamity Infernum Wrath of the Gods, so there's a few more bosses after. There's a box around the screen I can't escape, but his attacks aren't too fast. This is a really fun fight so far. I'm building up adrenaline. I can dodge! I got hit before I could activate it. There are 2 eyeballs charging at me. The Moon Lord and the other dark gods actually managed to defeat Xerok and took his soul, although there were rumors that someone stole Xerok's soul from them, but I won't get into it. I will. This is the longest boss fight so far. This is surely the final phase. This is intense as hell. All my NPCs are getting killed on the sideline. Wait, he's turning into a black hole. That's probably fine. He's so close to dead. First try, baby, come on. No! He had 3,000 health left. Well, if I got that close on my first try, then I should beat it on my second try, right? No, I dashed directly into an eyeball. Then I got lasered. Why was I so good the first time? I memorized the attack patterns. I used Rod of Discord. I bribed my computer. It didn't work. I died dozens of times, but I am learning. And when all my skills culminated, when I was finally good enough to beat the Moon Lord, I forgot to record. Honestly, I must have accidentally pressed the stop record button or something. I did beat the Moon Lord on Infernum mode. I swear. Wait, what's that? It's a giant staircase, and there's fire all around me. Has Providence come to me? I found a platform, and then a voice spoke.
Welcome, usurper.
It's not Providence. She doesn't have a mouth, so who is this?
The Dark One drifts in your domain. It is incumbent upon you to conquer it. Once triumphant, your fate shall interface with mine once more, and you will be tested. Good luck.
I have 2 thoughts. 1, that was absolutely awesome. 2, I don't know what incumbent means. I don't know who that was either. He said we'd met before. But first, I killed the Moon Lord again. Video proof this time that I did beat him, which means I am ready to face Providence, to get the Rune of Cos, so I can face the Dog Sentinels, so I can kill Dog, so I can face Supreme Calamitas. Providence saw my fight and came to the planet, but she hangs out where it's hot, so I went to her temple and summoned her. Oh, first I have to face her guardians. I can do that. Well, this fight seems to just be Flappy Bird. I have hundreds of hours in Flappy Bird. Oh, usually not lasers in Flappy Bird. I made it to the force field. If I kill the crystal, I can go past. And then, look at this laser. This is how I responded to that.
What do I do?
For real, what do I do? I went in again and instant death. Am I supposed to Rod of Discord over that? How fast is my reaction speed? Wait, if I stay close to him, I'll get dashed at. But the laser moves slower. Now I only have 3 things to dodge at once, but no instant death from the lasers. I survived their first attack. They're on full health. They screamed, there's fire. What is happening? I consistently get past the laser phase. Now I'm in the panic and run around crazily phase. I need a break. I'll try an easy boss. The Queen Butterfly. Mainly I want to beat her because she drops a better whip. Oh, I didn't realize before. In this fight, I have infinite flight time. Usually I only get a few seconds that refresh when I touch the ground. But some fights are so hard, the game gives you infinite flight for them. So I can dodge all these swords. I actually did it. She didn't drop the whip, so I had to fight her twice. I'm back with a stronger rainbow whip. I have infinite flight here as well. Also, I can't afford the mental energy it takes to aim my whip, so I just hold down click and hope it hits sometimes. This is further than I've made it before, which means new harder attacks. Wait, the screen did something. Does this mean I win? Nope, I definitely don't win. This is insane. Now, don't stay in this laser. I can move either up or down. I could literally press nothing and fall to safety. Just don't stay here. I just really like Flappy Bird, and I died 20 more times. This phase is so hard, but at least when you get past it, the next phase is harder. Here's some lore about Providence. She was born from all the hatred after a great war, and her one goal is to cleanse the earth of all life. She wants to set the planet on fire, but a guy called Yarim, who is the current ruler of the planet, banished her into the sun. And I've summoned her back to fight her. I know you're thinking that me bringing her here just to fight her is selfish. I went back in, I got to the final phase. I am on not much health. If a single thing hits me, I die here. I think Terraria is the best stress management tool in the world, because after dodging this, taxes are relaxing. I also get to use a health potion once every 60 seconds. By now, I had regenerated to this health, and on this frame, I could use my health potion. 27 frames later, half a second, I got hit and it would have killed me. Like I said, I'm training myself in stress. Well, I can't dodge that. Wait, I win! Oh my god. Finally! I went inside the temple and found a sign that said, the Guardians are rather simple constructs. Oh, that was simple! Providence is going to be fun then. I went further into Providence's temple. There are beds here. Oh, these are for the lizard children I killed. I found the altar and summoned her. Fire surrounded me. It's fine. I can circle a boss, that's not hard. The next phase was also easy. Fire waves, fire explosions, the music is going hard. My live reaction was,
What the fuck is going on?
Now, there is lava rising. That seems fine. I'm against a wall and multiple suns are exploding around me. How do I dodge this? He still has half health. I've been fighting for so long. Damn. But I crafted a new weapon, the Eye of Magnus. It makes me good at chess. No, it heals me for 1 health every time I hit an enemy. Good. That's great. On my second attempt, I left the first phase with this much health. I have a habit of doing really well on the first try, then dying a lot. Eventually I got to a phase I like to call even more fire. A grid of fire in fact, and 20 suns exploding at me. How do I dodge that?
What the fuck?
I will not give up, Providence. Oh, she left. Nighttime begins at 7:30 p.m. and Providence went to sleep. I spent the night doing research. Weaknesses. Providence has no known weaknesses currently. Oh cool. Wait, I can move time itself. I set it to morning and fought. I got back to the grid phase, and this time I stayed near the center, so hopefully the suns stay away. I did it. Now there's rocks flying everywhere. What is happening on this screen? Please comment if you think that I made it out of this moment alive. Surprising. I should have just dodged that. Eventually I got past the rock face to the flower phase, and she was still half health. There's actually another boss I can face in the jungle, and I'm sick of Providence, so I went to fight Dragon Folly. It's a bird. He was easy. I killed him twice to make myself feel better. Okay, 3 times. It didn't drop any useful items, but I can sell its feathers for a lot of money, and I can use that money to reforge my accessories. All accessories have a trait to them. Quick gives movement speed, menacing increases damage, and you can change it by giving this goblin money. The one I want is warding. It increases my defense. Also, I can buy alcohol. Vodka gives damage but reduces defense. Moscow Mule increases damage but reduces life regen. Tequila gives you defense but less regen. So I drank them all. It seemed like a good idea. The first time with these new buffs, I got to the last phase. I've never been. I can dodge it. Back to the laser. Oh, it's bedtime, so it left mid-fight. I'm starting in the morning this time. Next time I got to the flower phase and the time is AM. The lava is rising a lot. Suns are exploding everywhere. everywhere. What am I supposed to do? I made a slight miscalculation and fell directly into the lava, but I'm still alive. Unlike Providence, get wrecked! Oh, she left behind a gem. What is that, huh? And that was the first time I saw the Devourer of Gods. He just took the credit for my kill, but I still got the Rune of Cos. I can summon Dog's Sentinels. I also got a new summon weapon. It seems to be flaming knives. Yeah, stabbing enemies is probably more effective than throwing butterflies at them. With Providence dead, I can mine Eulibloom ore and craft it into an elderberry that increases my max health. I now have 780 health. I know that's a big jump from 500. I haven't shown you every bit of progress I've made. That's because 70% of Terraria is looking through wikis trying to find items, then waiting for an enemy to spawn that has a 2% chance to drop it. It's genuinely really fun. Also, if I mine a space planet and then find blocks from the suspicious laboratories around the world, I can craft the Profane Soul artifact. This gives me the power of the Profaned Guardians. I've enslaved nature. Wait, no. The first Sentinel of the Devourer is chained within the dungeon, so I'm letting another force of destruction out of its prison so I can fight it. Wait, what? This is a cool boss fight. The camera is completely different. The boss is called the Ceaseless Void. He was created because Dog was creating too many tears in space-time traveling between galaxies. To fix this, Dradon, the guy who made the mechanical bee, teamed up with the real Calamitas to create armor for Dog, so he would stop ruining the galaxy. The Ceaseless Void is the culmination of all that torn space-time, and I beat him first try. The second Sentinel is in the sky, the Stormweaver. Also beat him first try, almost like Dog doesn't want to be guarded. The last Sentinel is Cygnus the Assassin. He was paid to kill Dog. He failed. What's important is that he has this attack. It's the coolest looking attack in the game, but I beat him. Before I fight Dog, I fought Poltergeist. He has a few useful drops, and once you get him to 1 health, he has an insane desperation phase. If I get hit by 3 of these, I'll die. I'm doing this to train my stress response. How can I be scared of social interaction after I've gone through this? I won, and got a summon weapon that creates little poltergeists, which means it's time to fight the boss that I've never beaten in all these years. The screen went dark. I am in space, and the god-eating worm came charging at me. Fight me, Dog! I died, but I can try again right away. I survived the dashes. Did that deal 500 damage? That's the biggest damage number I've seen in this game. Oh, the next time he did 639 damage. Wait, I'm on a roll. If I dodge down and right, I can dash through him. The platforms ran out. The head deals the most damage. I'll be fine if I stay away from it. Every time I summon him, he speaks to me.
You are a god, but I will feast on your essence regardless.
It ran through my house and killed all my NPCs. It seems like if I dodge 6 charges, it swaps to a laser attack that shoots 3 times. If I dodge those, it goes back to charging on repeat until I die. I looked up what other people use for this boss, and the best summoning weapon is Calamari's Lament, which is a drop from the colossal squid in the abyss. I went down and battled it. Why does this enemy have a complex attack pattern? I died to a fish. Don't say this isn't a fish. If it's in the water, it's a fish. If you think dolphins are closer to a dog than a tuna, you're wrong. I killed it, but it didn't drop the weapon, so I had to fight it again, and died. Screw this, I'm gonna beat Dog right now. No, I'm not. Screw it, I'm summoning Dog in the abyss. It can kill the squid for me. This was one of the worst ideas I've ever had. The Eidolon worm spawned as well. What am I doing? I had a run where I dodged all 6 dashes and every laser. It's perfect. I'm building adrenaline. I can actually do this. I got adrenaline. I've dodged for 30 seconds. Okay, he hit me once. I'm on 40 health. Wait, he went into a portal. I've made it to phase 2. Now he's bigger and faster with more lasers. Well, I'm getting better, which was a terrible thing. My slight progress made me confident, and I completely forgot about Calamari's Lament. I just kept fighting him over and over again. Okay, I'll explain what I've learned so far. After you summon him, he will dash 6 times at you. If you survive, there will be 3 blasts of lasers that shoot out then rebound. Then he dashes 8 times and repeats the lasers. This goes on until he reaches 80% health and phase 2 starts. He emerges from a portal and dashes faster. I've never gotten further than that. Because the head deals 600 damage and the laser does 200 damage, basically 2 hits and I die. And I get a health potion every 60 seconds that recovers 250 health. And I regenerate 1 health per second. Usually regen is more, but I drank a lot of alcohol. And I can't use the Rod of Discord this fight. He's the only one that's allowed to teleport. I just have to dodge a lot. But you can't really dodge, he's too fast. Instead, I can use the shield dash, Timed perfectly, I can dash through him without taking any damage. I basically have to parry 50 attacks in a row or I die. I'm in the second phase. I survived a bit and now he dashes out of different dimensions every few seconds. At this point, I have died to Dog more times than I died to Calamitas. I have simply too much footage of me dying to show you all of it. And then, after my 117th death, I remembered there's an item that deals more damage. So I went back to the Abyss. I still don't know why this is its own mini-boss that keeps killing me, or why the weapon is only a 33% drop chance, but eventually I got it. I have an army of tiny colossal squids. First attempt, and I can tell I'm doing more damage. Phase 1 didn't last as long this time. If I deal more damage, every phase will be quicker. I can win! I dashed too early. Wait, if dealing more damage makes it go faster, I can change all of my accessories from giving defense to giving 4% more damage. I'll take more damage, but I think it's worth the risk. It's working. I made it to phase 3. What's happening? Okay, that's a few lasers. I can dodge that. What the hell? It's alright, I have a little platform to move slight amounts up and down. I did it, let's go. Phase 4 is more dashing downward, then dimensional attacks. I died. The next time it was square lasers. That's so much easier. Still died. Okay, this is taking too long. I have to take it seriously. The music I showed you before was amateur. I have to bring out the true hype. It's 10 hours of a man screaming, and it's beautiful. I am locked in. I got past the first few phases. The third phase was easy, then I died. This continued for another hour. I died so many times that my hard drive ran out of space. I have hundreds of gigabytes of footage of me dying to this boss with a man screaming in the background. I'll just delete this for more space. Look, I'll be honest. This song is not my final motivation. I didn't want to show this on the internet, but when I really want to achieve something, there's another song I listen to on repeat. I actually listened to it for 4 hours during the marathon.
Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Beat me, hate me.
This reminds me that I can never be broken. I can never be killed as long as I never give up. And then a voice.
God does not fear death.
He charged at me, shooting purple bullets. What do I do? That's alright. It's the furthest I've ever gotten. I died 60 more times and then got back to the phase. This is so hard. I have to dodge at the perfect time. Then the purple shots. Okay, I see the timing. I can do this. What? So he does 4 quick dashes, then the 5th one is half a second slower. Why?
And God does not fear death.
2, 3, 4. No, I went too fast. I can never get the timing right on that phase. My music is intense. I am focused. I have high energy. But this attack is impossible. I think I can't do this. Not as the person I am now. This fight is an art. I have to flow with the boss, understand it, be truly calm. So I bought a keyboard and started learning the Devourer of Gods theme. I don't know how to play piano, but I didn't care. I can learn, as long as I never give up. I died, I pressed the wrong key, and I tried again. I died, I pressed the wrong key, I played the wrong instrument. I died, I read the lore. Dog was a force of nature devouring planets before being recruited by Yarim. Now he serves as one of the leaders in his army, alongside Calamitas and Yaron. Yaron is Yarim's pet and best friend. I'll get into the Yarim lore later, because now I have to practice. Studying the piano made me become more patient, more calm. I can focus clearly. After a few weeks, I learnt the song. I'm ready. Dog, dance with me. I started with the dashes. The moves felt natural. I thought about the years leading up to this. The day Terraria first released, I was waiting. I no longer fear losing. I fear only that my drive for playing will dim. This is the greatest challenge I've had in any video game, but I will win. I will beat Calamitas. I will become the strongest being in the universe. Dog, you were a worthy opponent. And then, in my new calm state, I said, "Let's go!" I need to take a break from Terraria. Alright, that's long enough. Time for Supreme Calamitas. I started picking up my graves, since a gravestone drops every time I die. But at this point I figured out you can check how many deaths you have. 643. I ain't picking all that up. Also, I got a summon weapon that makes a small Devourer of Gods. I farmed the Halloween event for some new items, while I considered what comes next. Before I can fight Calamitas, there are 2 more bosses to beat. Yaron and Dradon, both in Yarim's army. Yarim currently rules the world, but as a child he was thrown to lava with his family. At that moment, the egg of Yaron, a dragon, hatched and swooped in to save Yaren. Together, they trained and got revenge on the old rulers. They've lived as best friends ever since, and Yaron would do anything for his master. So I feel a bit bad that Yaron is the next boss I have to kill, but Yarim is called a tyrant, so he probably isn't that nice of a guy, though I don't know if I am either at this point. Anyway, before I fight Yaron, I need better gear, so I read through an insane amount of wiki pages, crafted for an hour, and farmed tons of enemies. My accessories look awesome, and I made silver armor, which has a special ability. Once per boss fight, when I drop to 1 health, I become invulnerable for 8 seconds. This is very, very good, but the best summon weapon currently available to me is the Mirror of Calandra. I have the materials to craft it, but it has to be crafted while standing near Shimmer, which is a magical liquid. But I created this world a year ago on a version that did not have Shimmer. There is no Shimmer in my entire world. What do? Well, I typed Shimmer into the recipe browser and there's a bottomless Shimmer bucket item. That could help. I can craft it with a bottomless water bucket, and I get that from, let me do some research. It's a reward for doing 25 fishing quests. After beating the Devourer of Gods, I have to start fishing. Good. I can use the flesh of the Devourer of Gods to craft a fishing rod. It's called the Devourer of Cods. That's the best joke in this entire video. I went fishing around the world, everywhere you can imagine. It was a relaxing change of pace. I eventually received the bottomless water bucket and crafted the Shimmer bucket so I could craft the Mirror of Calandra. It summons a war axe, 2 swords, and 2 bows that fire for me. To test them, let's try Calamitas' clone. God damn, oh, I beat that very fast. I have come a long way. Then for some reason, I don't know why, I tested them on dog. This was a bad idea. I died. I should just go forward. I'm finally ready to fight the Devourer of Gods. Let's go. I don't know if this is an addiction or Stockholm Syndrome, but I keep wanting to fight him. But for real this time. I am ready to face Jungle Dragon Yaron. The entire screen set on fire. He's dashing at me. He's a giant dragon with feathers that don't catch fire. I am dealing tons of damage, but it's hard to dodge. Oh cool, fire tornadoes. Am I gonna win first try? At least Yaron is nothing but a mindless beast. I don't have to feel too bad for killing him. He screamed. I guess I win first try. Wait, what's happening? There's more fire. And then Yaron started singing. Oh, I died. So, Yaron can speak, but I doubt he has any emotions. Let's kill him.
The enemy ascended beyond your control. Or was that all your intention?
Oh god, he's singing to his best friend Yarim and calling me the enemy. I feel like the bad guy now. Here I am on low health. And then I ran into the tornado. But Silver's armor saved me. That's what these green particles are. 8 seconds of invulnerability. I can consistently make it to the second phase, but on low health. Then he dashes a lot faster. So I dash directly into a fireball.
I have gotten to the point where I'm just too afraid that you're going to meet your end.
This is a pet that's afraid that I will kill his owner. Yarn is fighting for not only his life, but for his best friend and master's life. But I said I would beat Terraria. I said I'd be the strongest. I'd rather be an evil nature killer than a liar.
This is my message to my master. If I should die before you continue, you shall have heard my final dying roar.
We're both on low health. If I die here, I will accept it and quit, letting Yaron live. He charged at me, and it hit. But I still had Silver's armor passive. I survived. Yaron died in fiery glory. So, I didn't expect to get emotional over any of the bosses, but okay, to lighten the mood, I'll tell you that Yaron dropped 5,000 chicken nuggets on death. That's the funniest joke. But I'm not done yet. There is one boss left before I fight Supreme Calamitas, Draydon, the maniac who put a jetpack on a bee, the guy who gave Dog armor. It's basically a competition to see which of us is more evil, and I mined new ore that zaps me. Nature is fighting back, but I mined it and crafted auric Tesla armor, the armor that Yarim wears, and I really like it. And it still has Silver's passive. Now, apparently to fight Draydon, I need to use a fully powered codebreaker to contact him. The codebreaker is made of machine parts that I can find in the suspicious laboratories around the world. Draydon did experiments experiments in the Space Lab, in the Hell Lab, they had enough parts to create a codebreaker base, and to charge it, I need to view an unencrypted schematic from the lab near the Sunken Sea. The Sunken Sea is where I got eaten by a giant clam. I found the lab, I got the schematic, put it inside the codebreaker, and to decipher it, the machine needs 500 of something. I read more information until I understood. This is wild. I need 500 power cells to decode the schematic, and power cells are made from power cell factories that are found in the labs. I was supposed to dig these up at the start of the game and get them producing a power cell once every 5 seconds, because I need 8,000 to fully charge the codebreaker. So I went around the world to every lab getting schematics and more power cells. Now I just have to wait. I want to do something relaxing, like fighting the Devourer of Gods. I have to get a tattoo to remind me never to fight this again. Terraria has now turned into an idle game. What do I do? Oh, there's life outside of Terraria. So I touched grass and went to sleep. 8 hours later, I had the power cells. I decrypted each schematic, letting me craft the fully charged codebreaker. I can contact the cosmic engineer, Dradon. He won't fight me himself. Instead, he sends 3 robots to fight for him, all named after Greek gods. There is Ares, the god of war, Thanatos, the god of death. Apollo and Artemis are together, the gods of music and nature. I have to beat all of them, but I get to choose which order to fight them. So I looked up what the pros do. This guy beat them without getting hit once. I can't do that, but I'm going to choose the same order as him. Starting with Ares, he shoots a bunch of lasers and bullets. I dash side to side and dodge most of it. Then he either hits me with swords or does a laser circle that deals 500 damage. Both are incredibly hard to dodge. Once he's half health, Apollo and Artemis join him for a double attack. I have to dodge all this stuff for about 2 minutes. Then Thanatos spawns and he is a giant worm, so this is basically the dogfight all over again. Except after dashing, he throws the sun at me, then dashes, then sends a million bullets, which are pretty random to dodge, and then Hyper Beam. Repeat those phases until I die. Oh, and that wasn't my first try, that was my 37th try. I died straight away the first few times. I've had to buy an external hard drive so I have space to record all of my deaths. The Rod of Discord is incredibly helpful. I can dodge the Hyper Beam, but it has a long cooldown. See this? Stress management. I am so calm now. But apparently there is an accessory that could help me. Chalice of the Blood God. But one of the ingredients is only sold by a specific NPC called the Operator. And all my NPCs are weak to giant robot lasers. So she is dead. And for some reason you can't steal from corpses in Terraria. So I can't get the chalice right now. I went back to fighting. I just died so hard my spawn point reset. Wait, what if I just lock in? I've dodged worm attacks before. I got this. I can literally teleport out of the way. Stay close to the head, dash as much as possible. This is just a video game. My ancestors fought bears with sticks and won. I can dodge it. Wait, he turned his head partway through. That's not fair. He never fired. He died? Do I win?
No! Wait, what's happening? What's happening? Why is this happening? Why the fuck?
So actually, after I beat all the mechs once, there are 3 more phases. I checked the Nohit guy's video to see. Phase 4 is Ares and the twins come back for a stronger double attack. Phase 5 is the twins shooting all over the screen. And phase 6 is desperation. But I had a lot of confidence. I believed I was getting close. At this point, I said, I could have won! I was wrong. This is when I said that, and I have 5 more hours of footage fighting the Exomechs. I still haven't won, I'm just taking a break to edit. I need to cool down. You see, at this point, my brain was constantly in the bargaining phase of grief. I kept thinking, beating this video game boss cannot be important to my life. I should do anything else. But no. I decided to do this challenge. It doesn't matter if no one cares. It doesn't matter if no one watches this video. What matters is I said I would do it, so I will do it. For the second time, I got to phase 4. All of these lasers would kill me, and they did, but I had Silver's passive still. I died immediately after, and I said,
Oh, he was almost dead. It was lagging. It was definitely lagging.
It wasn't lagging. My mental state was getting ugly. I was mad. I started telling myself, I don't have to beat it this time, or next time. I am grateful for being able to experience this fun game. New plan. I don't need to win. I'm just going to see how many times I can die to this thing today. The answer is many. I'm getting worried I'll run out of respawns. This continued for 2 hours. Getting mad, trying to calm down on repeat. Toward the end, I beat Thanatos again. I circled Ares. I somehow dodged everything, and for the first time, I was on phase 5. There's a laser machine gun! I died. That's when I went back to editing, so here I am now. I have more perspective, and I've learned a valuable lesson. If you have a video tutorial on how to beat the boss perfectly, follow that, you moron. So watching his video again, I learned that in the 5th phase, I need to circle around them twice. Then the desperation phase starts, where I have to run as far away as I can. Also, there are still items I can get that will make me stronger. The summoner class not only summons minions, but I can also get 2 sentries that stand still and shoot for me. It's like really dumb to forget that. It's kinda like doing push-ups and just forgetting you have a left arm. The best sentry drops from a flying shark in the acid ocean, so I went to visit him. I say visit, I mean murder, but hopefully he's evil or something. Oh, he's the last surviving member of his species. I'm kinda numb to my horrible ways now. Is this how politicians who start wars feel? Old Duke is supposed to be easier than Dog, but I barely beat him. And he didn't drop the sentry item. And next time he killed me. I got fed up and used the second best sentry instead. This flaming torch shoots at the bosses. I had this the entire time and just forgot. But now, with this new power, I still died lots. Screw this. I need to wait until my NPCs respawn, because there are still 3 things that can make me stronger. Getting that sentry weapon, Chalice of the Blood God, and a candle. I didn't realize it, but the Drunk Princess sells candles that give buffs. One of them increases my damage by 7%. Like, I just get that for 50 gold. Why did no one tell me that? While I waited for the operator to respawn, I went to interrogate my toaster. Are you working with the Mechs, you filthy machine? But finally she respawned. She sells me items from bosses I've defeated. So I bought the best sentry weapon, and it places a shark head on the ground that shoots fish at my enemies. And she sells me the items I can use to craft the Chalice of the Blood God. It increases my max health and reduces health potion cooldown. But the biggest thing is now when I get hit by an attack, instead of losing my health instantly, I bleed out over time. And since I keep regenerating over time, I can sometimes use this to survive on 10 health when I would usually die. Which also means I won't use Silver's passive as early on in the fight. And my only real way to win this is to keep Silver's passive available for the desperation phase. With these new buffs, I went back in. I got to phase 4. Phase 5, time to circle around them. That is not right. I did not dodge 1 bullet. I got back to phase 5. The problem is I can't practice this phase because I died 20 times in between each attempt at it. This time, I got this. And on phase 4, Ares decided to go outside of the screen. That's so rude. I am doing fine. I got it. I beat phase 5. I'm alive. Let's go to desperation. Wait, no! I was still bleeding out from the last attack. This is it. I triggered Silver's passive, but I am on the desperation phase. In this phase, they throw a supernova at me, and I have to get as far away as possible. What the hell is this? I can do it. This was my live, vulnerable reaction. I'm having fun. I recommend. I checked the Nohit video, and this phase lasts 30 seconds. If I can run for 30 seconds, I win. The last time I managed 10 seconds. Silver's passive only lasts 8 seconds, so I do actually need to dodge. 15 deaths later, I'm back to circling. I can outrun the supernova. Yeah, no. I have to focus on perfecting the first 4 stages, so I have full health and Silver's passive and a health potion for the last phase. And I did all of that, and this time, I survived 20 seconds. Taking this seriously, I am on the precipice of glory. Machine, why don't you reconvene in hell? I got to phase 4. I circled them. I have Silver for the last phase. This is it. I flew as far away as possible. My arena ended. I am traveling across planets to escape. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. No! God fucking damn! I was 2 seconds away from winning. I started the fight. I looked the God of War in the eyes and told him he'd been replaced. I dodged everything. I said that I would become the strongest being in Terraria. And I'll do it now, because for me, there is no tomorrow. 8 lasers and they all missed me. My sharks tore him apart. I am the enemy of nature. I am the enemy of machines. I am the enemy. Thanatos, you may be the god of death, but I have killed things that do not fear death. I used my rage on phase 4. I learned to draw circles 20 years ago, you fucking amateurs. I still have full health and Silver's passive. I can do this. I ran as fast as I could, used Rod of Discord to make distance. I just have to survive. No, I ran into the supernova. I have no health. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And there is Draydon, defeated. After I beat his mechs, he gave me his chair. I can fly around in style now. It has infinite flight and can hover unlike my wings. This means I'm finally able to fight Supreme Calamitas, to finish Terraria for the first time. But first, I'm going to get as strong as possible, starting with a new summon weapon, the Cosmic Immaterializer. Basically, it's a combination of every other summon weapon in the game, and I didn't get all the others. One of the starting ones needs corrupt wood, but I haven't chopped trees in over 60 hours of gameplay, so I used a copper axe to chop it. One of the weapons requires bee stingers. I have a lot of those. I also need an item sold by the operator, who is dead again. So while I waited, I fought Dog! I think I was doing this so long that it became a habit stronger than eating. Alright, she's back. I crafted the Cosmic Immaterializer. This is it. That colorful orb is the best summon weapon. The next thing I can do to make me stronger is eat food. My diet so far has been exclusively ice bacon, which gives a medium improvement to all stats. But regular bacon gives me a major improvement, and bacon only drops from pig pinatas, which are sold by the party girl during a party. Parties happen randomly, so I skipped through days and nights until the party would start. I am aging the population with no mercy, because I hunger for bacon. Oh, there it is. I used my gaming chair to place the pinatas, then destroyed them all for bacon. I have it. I am exquisitely stuffed, giving me 1 more defense and 2.5% more damage. I am actually about to face Supreme Witch Calamitas. I've never got this far, so if you've watched this far into the video, let me explain some of the lore of Calamitas. Calamitas was from a village of magic users. The local tribes were scared of them and they crucified her family. She used her magic to take revenge, burning their tribes into ashes. Spent her life becoming more powerful, hoping her magic would resurrect her family. And she succeeded in reviving her 2 brothers. They are the samurai that attack me. Yarim said he would help Calamitas if she let him clone her. I fought that clone before. Yarim is essentially evil, but I can't fight him in the game. There's a rumor he's the one that stole Xeroc's soul. No one knows where he is, but his ultimate goal is to destroy all other gods and rule supreme. But Calamitas is Yarim's strongest soldier, and in the fight I'm about to have with her, you'll hear a beautifully, brutally epic piece of music, composed by DOKURO. He made most of the music in Calamity, and I think they're some of the greatest music pieces in all of gaming. Sadly, he was pressured so much by the community to release his music as fast as possible that he remembers his Calamity works unpleasantly, and I somewhat get it. Thousands of people yelled at me to hurry up and make this video, but I took my time because I wanted to make it right, and because I died 800 times getting here. I have no right to address DOKURO, but I hope that if you enjoy making music, you'll continue to make music. Anyway, time to fight. That's her. This is the first time I've really seen Calamitas. The music is epic and intense. She started throwing fire. It seems the whole fight is in this box. I can't run away. Why is there another worm enemy? No! I used a potion and tried to dodge. It's nice of her to indicate this attack, but when she started headbutting me, I died. If I keep trying, I can learn the patterns. This usually takes me a very long time, so I'll be back in an hour. Alright, I've grinded this fight for the past hour, and I've learned a lot. I started again. I waited calmly, only dashing when the worm was close, flying in a circle. The second phase is going up and down, she stays in the middle. The lasers are easy to dodge if I pay attention. Go in another circle dashing when she headbutts me. Now the screen goes dark. Get down to the bottom and fly back up, escaping the shadow hand. Eventually, another up-down attack I can use the Rod of Discord on. The screen turns blue, which means her brothers are here to attack me. I almost feel bad to return them to the grave, but I have to. I can spare no one to reach my goal. Once they're dead, Calamitas turns into a blue sun, and you know there's a lot of circling in this fight. Now it's bird time. Ignore the birds, just stay away from the suns flying at you. Another sun attack, and after this phase, Calamitas is on 1 health. This is her desperation phase. This laser attack is hell. I've died every time here. There's bullets that chase me, but I can live through it with Rod of Discord. Okay, I made it. This is terrifying, but if I just go in a circle, everything will be fine. I love circles. They have the best number of sides. Okay, next phase. There's at least 100 bullets on the screen. This has taken me over a year to get up to. I won't fail now. I just have to survive as long as possible. What's happening? She's exploding! Congratulations. I win! Wait, what's happening? I just won. Okay, please sir, I won. Leave me alone. Wait, Noxus, as in the super weapon created by Cthulhu to destroy Xerox. That's fine. Dodge the dark matter portals and the lasers. I can barely tell what's happening. What? What happened? So, what happened was, I beat Supreme Calamitas in 1 hour. Honestly, not as hard as the Mechs. But she is not the final boss of this game. I told you I'm playing Calamity Infernum, Wrath of the Gods. So now, I have to fight the Dark God Noxus. But I don't have to do it alone. Supreme Witch Calamitas moved into my house as an NPC. I talked to her and she said, "Welcome back, Yarim." Wait, what? She handed me an item, Genesis. When it hit my inventory, memories flashed before me. I remember plotting to steal Xerox's soul. I succeeded. I used it to summon the god to fight Xerox. But he said to me,
"To have a chance at defeating me, to be the strongest, you must sacrifice everything."
I had to get rid of everything. My friends, my morals, my memories. I asked Radon to remove my memories, put them inside the Genesis, and give them to Calamitas. If I can go through the world with nothing and become strong enough to defeat Calamitas, I will be ready to fight Xerox. And now I have done that. The armor that Yarim wears, and I really like it. Ultimate goal is to destroy all other gods. I will become the strongest being in Terraria. Yarim is essentially evil. I am the enemy! I am Yarim. I've given up everything to be the strongest. Was it worth it? No time to think. Noxus has found me and wants revenge for stealing Xerox's soul. Calamitas has the power to enchant my items. She turned the summon weapon that created a small devourer of gods into this. I am about to fight the most powerful weapon in existence. And now, at the end of the game, I had to go mining to get some more ore. It's important for the final armor set. I am a pirate. This armor does not have Silver's passive, but it deals 50% more damage, which is insane. Also, I got a new item called the Universe Splitter. You set a target, then 6 seconds later, it splits the universe, dealing 60,000 damage. It has a minute cooldown. I have everything I need. I challenged Noxus. He moves too fast to use the Universe Splitter. I'm mostly running in random directions and guessing where he's going to shoot. The sound design is awesome. I have no idea what's happening. Then he screamed at me and the screen shattered. Those billions of years ago, when the three gods defeated Xerox, they kept his soul safe. But I stole it simply because I said I would be the strongest. I would be the best. And then the screen went white.
You have done well. Now, seek the Terminus. Your final test is at hand.
It was Xerox speaking to me on the fiery mountain. He said that we had met once before. I remember it now. Now that I have nothing left to sacrifice, I might be a bad person, and that's what it takes to be the strongest. I grabbed the Terminus, the item at the bottom of the abyss, and activated it. The world started shaking.
Your final test begins.
I was transported to another world. I walked until I found an apple tree. I heard the thunder of Xerox approaching. His face is blacked out. The god is beyond my comprehension. I tried to dodge whatever was happening, but it was too much to handle. I failed the test. I didn't respawn at home though, and my inventory had apples in it. They say you must pass the test. I'm not allowed to leave until I win.
You must pass the test.
The laser attack I can dodge. It's just really bright and hard to pay attention to. I have had a lot of suns being thrown at me in this game, but not many black holes. That's different, but I can dodge it. Wait, what's that? He destroyed my rage and adrenaline bars. He's breaking the game mechanics. This phase is just horrible, but I survived. This is honestly the coolest looking boss fight I've ever seen, and there are explosions everywhere. I died, but I cannot go home. It's not over until I win. Oh god, he has the coolest attack in the game! The assassin slices back! The background is haunting, then more spear dashes. Is this even real? Am I just having a nervous breakdown after playing Terraria for too long? I have to run away. Oh, I died for running too far. I have to stay in that circle. This attack kills me way more than anything else. Oh, I know. I can use Draydon's gaming chair to dodge it easily. Every time he spawned, he screamed at me, and I set the universe splitter to attack him. The chair let me dodge the lasers, and I got to the circle phase. I rediscovered what stress was. Yes, I did it. No! I sacrificed a lot to be here. I could have chosen to be a good person, to be happy with my friends. But instead, I wanted to be the strongest. Was it worth it? No point in asking now. The circle sucked me inwards, but I dodged it all. They started moving backwards. Rainbow lasers are falling from the heavens. I can tell this is his desperation phase. You have passed the test. I have finally finished a Terraria playthrough. I alone am the strongest being in the universe. It's quiet. Where is everyone?